we're back.
Yeah, wow.
Buffalo guys. Sorry, we have no ticker today. There's no news.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Game day 716. Maybe our last time was that brand.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. Depending on how we're feeling. How are you?
I'm all right.
Now that we don't have teams at work, we don't get to talk.
Yeah, I know. But I'm okay.
How's your new job?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey folks, Noah got a new job.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It is good.
I'm really happy for it.
We saw Oppenheimer.
You and I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. Good story. What did
Yeah.
What did you think?
About it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I thought it was a good movie. I
Yeah.
thought it was a really good movie.
I thought it seemed too unrealistic.
Because there weren't any Japanese people in it? Is that why?
Maybe. It wasn't diverse enough.
No, I don't know who I saw say this, but it was a good point about like Christopher Nolan, where it's like when he's making a movie like Tenet, where it doesn't make any sense and he's trying way too hard to like make fictional, like a fantasy world but still hold it in reality. Where like Tenet, it didn't really work. But it's like in Oppenheimer, the movie's so good because like it's really hard to, mess that up. Like not keep it tethered in reality.
Because he does jump around.
I mean, but
he keeps a storyline in place, and it isn't cut up like back and forth and different.
Well, the interesting thing is, I guess the black and white was objective and the color shots were subjective. And then the black and white portions were from Strauss's perspective and the colored portions were from Oppenheimer's perspective.
They don't call it colored anymore.
I'm talking about the movie.
Oh, the movie. My bad.
Trying to get me canceled.
Trying to get canceled. If you want to join in and speak with us today,
what else?
You can post a comment. We'll read it, and that's how that'll work. So speaking of Oppenheimer, what else?
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a really good movie. Like it was a really good movie.
Well, I've seen it twice now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it again tomorrow.
Yeah. With your lady.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Woohoo. Yeah.
Quaker Crossings.
No, we're seeing it at Dipson.
Dipson?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the small screen versus the IMAX and whether you think it made a difference.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to think it doesn't, because I could, like, in the theater, I was like, you don't really need to see this in IMAX. Like, that's kind of like, I was like, I like the experience. Well, yeah, no, I know that. Like, I know, obviously, all that. I'm just saying, like, it is in the experience, too, of going to IMAX and, getting your ears blasted.
True.
But,
I always say, blasted ears from IMAX are like nothing more or nothing less.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Yeah. All right.
Remember me saying that throughout your childhood?
Totally.
Yeah.
But what did you think of the movie?
I loved it. I could go on and on about it, actually.
Okay.
I thought there's going to be a lot of Academy Awards they win. Obviously, Cillian Murphy's going to win. Robert Downey Jr. is going to win for Best Supporting Actor.
Mm-hmm.
that threw me off. I got a pop up on my screen, and now I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about people winning awards.
Yeah, the rest of the people are gonna win too. Best actress, best supporting actress, best director, best movie.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's what I was saying. Like, the movie is so good because it's real. Like, it's not him trying to create, you know.
Okay, but okay, let's go into Christopher Nolan for a second, because like he's done like 11 or 12 movies, right? And he's never done a bad movie.
No, I'm not. Well, I mean, Tenet, I don't know.
Tenet is the closest thing to a bad movie that he's done.
Yeah.
Just because it's
I was just
more
well, I was just
confusing than the
comparing.
rest.
I mean, that was his last. That was his last movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I was just comparing it just because, like, you know, Tenet was compared to this one. I was just saying like the differences, and I feel like Oppenheimer did so well for him because it's a real story. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like his movies where it's not like a real story, or it's not something that's at least more grounded in reality, but has to be like the only movie that's an exception of that is Inception. Like, even people don't like that movie either.
Well, people are stupid for not liking Inception. But
Exception.
so I don't know. I don't think he's had a bad movie. I mean, he did Memento. That was again
Yeah, well,
that was a brain mind screwer, right?
mm-hmm.
Inception was a mind screwer. Obviously, he did the Batmans. I always forget that he did Insomnia with Robin Williams and Pacino.
Right, but like, yeah, I mean, like, none of those movies did bad. But if you were gonna like rank, I feel like if you were gonna rank those movies, like the Batman's, Dunkirk, Oppenheimer would be like Memento.
I thought Dunkirk was kind of boring.
Oh,
Like it
I
was a
liked
good
it.
story and it was very straightforward, but it was just very straightforward.
Well, yeah,
Like
but
too straightforward.
oh, it was, yeah. I mean, it was very linear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And just like
point
this
A to point B.
this is it. Here we go. We're gonna
Right.
take some boats. We're gonna go get the guys. We're gonna take the boats back. Sorry if I ruined it. But
Well, I mean, like the thing.
like the effects in Oppenheimer, right? I guess this is kind of the difference between Oppenheimer and the Dunkirk is like the effects in Oppenheimer, right, are still like sci-fi effects,
Well, right, yeah.
right? And he does, to me, he does an amazing job flipping back and forth between black and white and color. Like you don't even notice it,
Right.
which is astonishing to me that someone can pull that off in today's world, you know. And I don't know, the Dark Knights aren't rooted in reality.
Yeah, but it's
I mean, the
but
Batmans.
yeah, but it's still like it's like a fictional real person. You know what I mean? I was just thinking, like, I was just saying when it came to like Tenet or like, you know, and then looking at Oppenheimer, like, I feel like the reason why Tenet failed was like
I don't think Tenet failed. I think it's underrated.
Hmm.
Watch it again.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'll guess. I guess I'll watch it again and then report back.
All right, that's your homework.
That's my homework. I'll watch it again.
Yeah. There you go. Noah's got homework.
Yes, fictional real person. In terms of like Bruce Wayne could be, I mean, there could be like a Batman. Like, I mean, like if we,
A vigilante.
yeah, there could be, right. But it's still like Gotham is based on a real place. Like Bruce Wayne is based on like real millionaire. Well, yeah. I was saying what I meant by fictional real person was that Bruce Wayne is fictional, but if you were to take Bruce Wayne out of his life and put him in the real world, he would be a real person. Oh, I got him. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have a bad movie. Like, all of his movies are really good. I was just comparing.
I think of all of his
to this
movies,
one.
I don't know why you're just comparing Tenet. Like,
Well, because I think we both agreed that objectively, that's like the lowest rated one. But I felt like
I don't know. I never loved. I didn't love Interstellar.
Well, yeah, but even then, that's not real.
But I could see someone like Matthew McConaughey being pulled out into Stellar.
I was the ghost.
Exactly.
I was the ghost, Marge.
Haven't you ever seen Ghost?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so. It doesn't. I know.
Such a letdown. You should more homework.
Well, we'll see about that one.
All right. Anyway,
that's a lot of movie watching.
You know what should have been a Chris Nolan movie?
Barbie?
No. No. Like, when you think about movies, right? And Chris Nolan's like trajectory and what he does and all of that stuff. And now I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Shutter Island. Feels like it's a Chris Nolan movie to me.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just not.
Like, I was surprised it wasn't, but
yeah, that was good.
That is good, especially with DiCaprio in it. Yeah. Right? Like, you're feeling all the Chris Nolan vibes, you know, all of his people. So tell us about Barbie, because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, Barbie. I mean, it's the Barbie movie. I mean, it's a long ad for the toy, but I mean, it's not bad. It wasn't bad. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
They're saying Ryan Gosling is going to get a nomination.
Yes. The song he sang, what was the name of it?
Ken.
Yeah. I'm Just Ken was a bop.
Is bop like the new?
That's just how it is. It just means, yeah.
Does bop
it's good?
Is bop like the new banger?
No, word? I think
like that song was a banger.
I still say both. It doesn't matter.
You say both?
I don't really care.
Either. No, I'm wondering.
I don't know.
I need.
No, I mean, like, I don't know because I just don't.
All right.
Like, like keeping up on that stuff. I don't know. I don't pay attention.
So you just made it up and you're hoping it'll.
No. People say bop. Like, that's a good thing people say.
People say loop,
but I don't think it. Well, yeah, but like, I don't think it's replaced like banger. Like, I think people still say banger. Okay. I mean, I always still say banger.
All right. Just saying, so what's the difference between a banger and a bop?
Because I'm not like terminally online. I'm only like kind of online. It's not a trend, no, but people do say it. Yeah, thank you.
What's the difference?
Who's close to who's 1 year.
What's the difference?
There is no difference. They're interchangeable. Just another word.
I don't know about that one. Like, just when I think about the phrases, in real life, like,
okay, I would say like banger. Okay, here's how we can break it down. Here's the way that I interpret it, right? So like, bop, like, I'm Just Ken. Like, you're not
okay, but nobody knows that song unless they've seen Barbie,
right? But if you go to see Barbie, like, that's a lot of people like that song
So
because
is bop more pop and banger is more
just good in general. Yeah, banger is more hip hop, bop is more pop. Yeah, sure. But also, I feel like banger is also like just solid. It's like it's a good song. You'll play that on repeat. Bop, maybe you're just
like
like,
what if
this
you
is
heard a
just good.
new
If I
Dave
heard it on the
Matthews Band
like, okay, how
song?
about this? If you heard it on the radio, you might not turn it off, depending on how you're feeling. Like if you were in the mood for the song and you were and it came on, you might be like, all right, I'll keep this on. It's one of those songs.
So if you heard a new Dave Matthews Band song that you were like, this is a good song, would you say that's a bop or that's a banger?
I would say that to me, I would say that's a banger.
A banger.
Because I say that for songs I want to listen to over and over again, or like would be more likely to listen to over and over again. For me, bop, I'm just like, that's a good song. That's kind of it.
I almost think that I'm in the bop range.
Well, different generations, you know.
Yeah. It could be that.
Old man
and the bop.
Because like I'm sure
that's gonna be Hemingway's next article. That's his next book. The Old Man and the Bop.
Who? What? Whose next book?
Stop looking at Twitter and listen.
No, I just missed who you said. Whose next book?
Ernest Hemingway.
Oh.
I mean, he's dead and all, but
he's very dead.
We'll have Chat GPT write one. And then call it Old Man and the Bop.
Old Man and the Bop.
Dirty Bop.
Excuse me.
So the Bills are back at
training camp.
Ooh. When are we going?
Well, we were gonna go on a Friday, but
I thought we had tickets
to go on a Friday.
Last Friday?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Because I just started my new job.
You could.
No, it's okay.
So we were supposed to go last Friday?
Yes.
All right. Are we going to Red and Blue then?
Maybe. I have to see if I have those tickets. I don't know. Maybe. We can talk about it later.
Oh, this is an offline conversation?
Well, we don't have to have this conversation right now about if we're going or not. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But yes, the Bills are back in training camp.
Yeah. When are we going?
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay is right. Ay, Dios mío.
The Pads came on for the first time.
Pads came on yesterday for the first time. Josh Allen got laid out in the end zone.
Yeah, he just got the wind knocked out of him.
And he was limping.
Yeah, he's fine.
Because that's what you do. As a defensive player, you go lay out your best player.
He wasn't even throwing on the play. I heard that both
they were doing the Philly special.
Yeah, I heard
they were both receiver.
Yeah, I heard they were both inadvertent. And that the first one was the wind knocked out of him, and that he got up limping on the second one, and then he was smiling on the sidelines, and he was fine. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, it happens. I mean, Travis Kelce punched somebody the other day, so I mean,
twice.
Yeah. The Browns
2 days in a row.
The Browns broke out into fisticuffs 2 times during practice today. But the main thing offensively is, I guess there's been a lot of screens with both Cook and Harris out of the backfield, but apparently like Cook has looked really good as a receiving threat out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, put him to use.
That's the plan.
Time to do that. And I guess
Dalton Kincaid is real.
Yeah, he behind Diggs, he's been like Josh's favorite target.
Yeah.
So
Diggs is real.
Yeah, he's been unguardable.
Okay, so here's my take. We're about to get real, folks.
Oh boy.
Last year, everyone expected Gabe Davis to have a huge year because of the year he had prior.
Right.
Right? they expected a natural progression.
Right.
Instead, he plateaued. He basically had the same year that he had the year before.
Well, and he also had the broken shoulder or whatever too that he was playing with the whole year as well. On top
Talking
of that.
stats.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay. If you take away the 98-yard touchdown against Pittsburgh, definitely stat wise, not a big difference maker, except for his ability to catch touchdowns, which is really good. He's gonna explode this year.
Yeah. He's also in a contract year, I think.
Right.
Too.
No, he is. It's year 4 for him.
Yeah, I mean, they need it. They need it. I mean, him and Trey White have been going at it basically all camp. So, I mean, iron sharpens iron, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what I've been seeing is that Gabe has been getting the better of Trey, and Trey then gets the better of Gabe. But that, I mean, across the board, it sounds like it's actually been like a competitive camp, and not in terms of like everybody's at each other's throats. It's like everybody wants to get better. Like when the offense makes a good play, like they're celebrating and the defense is pissed, but then the defense will then turn around and like the next play try to like make a play, like knock the ball away, get a sack, turnover, whatever.
But you've also got a lot of position battles going on.
Right. CB2, middle linebacker, probably being the most important.
Right guard.
Yeah, it's apparently been and interestingly enough, it is a legitimate competition because apparently Torrance,
so is CB2,
and Bates have been rotating evenly.
Sounds like Spector's been pulled a little bit back from the middle linebacker.
They said Bernard is in the lead.
Is in the lead?
Yeah. It's because like
he's good.
No, it was more
he's not good.
Well, no, like the main thing that they said that obviously besides like, being able to put it all together and having like the skill set, it like they want somebody who's comfortable like calling the plays. And they're like so far out of everybody that they were kind of
so he's smart.
Yeah, they were kind of like so far the other two guys have like not ever been comfortable calling plays. So I have a feeling like they're either forgetting plays or just calling the wrong thing.
I read after Spector's first practice that they all liked him and what he was doing, but then he hasn't started with the ones again.
Mm-mm.
So
no, it was mostly all Bernard today too.
That's good. Grandma says, "Welcome back. You've been missed." So,
Sal just
we missed ourselves too.
Sal says that it looks pretty obvious that James Cook is the Bills' clear number 1 running back based on what they're seeing so far.
So that's trade for Taylor.
Yeah, right. But that makes well, I guess that tells you though where they want to take the offense. Because I mean, like if Harris was the number 1 back, right, like was getting most of the reps, that would obviously mean that they're committing to having the hard-nosed running game, on top of having Josh periodically. Like they're kind of just going to do the same old. This sounds different. I mean, if you're going to have the speedy back who's a receiving threat, then obviously you're going to pass. And that was the thing. And when they interviewed Sherfield the other day,
I love him.
He said they asked him like what was his first impressions of the offense, and he was like, "Damn, they pass a lot," which I don't think we've heard that before.
Well, his previous quarterback was Tua.
No, I meant about the Bills.
I know. Sherfield's previous quarterback was Tua.
Yeah, I'm sure he's
so
happy to be here.
The difference in the amount of passes between the two offenses is fairly significant. I don't know if you've seen Tua this year.
Yeah, he's been hitting some darts.
No, he hasn't. He's still got a rainbow arm.
Yeah, oh yeah, it arcs, and Tyreek has to like run, sideways into it. But they're trying.
They're trying.
They're trying to make him like.
They're pumping him up.
Yeah.
The Bills are the least talked about team in the AFC East.
Yeah, actually, people think we might not even win the AFC East, and people think, yeah, we're gonna go like 9-8. I've seen a couple times.
Guess who was the featured team on SportsCenter today?
The Bills.
The Jets.
Oh,
Again.
yippee! Well, it's because there's the controversy.
The Hackett thing.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, I kind of Aaron Rodgers. I don't like agree. Whatever. He's a dick. Whatever. That's kind of the way I feel about it. Like that's what he's gonna say. Like he's just
He
an
said
asshole.
he's not
like.
he's not just a 1 year. He said he plans on playing for a few more years.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay. He's never won in Buffalo.
How many times has he played in Buffalo?
No, I agree. Tua might be out mid-season, but New England is going to go to Bailey Zappi at some point this year. I'm calling it. At some point this year, Mac Jones will get pulled and Bailey Zappi will go in, and it'll be for more than 3 games.
We need a place to register our hot takes.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We need a bulletin board or a notebook or
a notebook.
A notebook. Or a memory.
That one's, I think, more difficult to come by.
Mike, I'm putting this on you.
Yeah.
You have to record our hot takes.
But yeah, I mean that's interesting, that there seems to be, I mean, that's kind of what it sounded like too. If you were kind of following along on Twitter with what the beat reporters were saying, it sounded like Cook was getting a lot of reps, running the ball, but also being a receiving threat. And he's apparently been really good coming out of the backfield, which the Bills haven't had and have been looking for, I think.
Well, if you think about, they're not going to give him a ton of carries, right? They're gonna. I mean, he might get maybe 13, 14, 15 per game.
Yeah.
And then they'll split the rest between Harris and Murray.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid to me. That's like a good split. It was me. That's a good split, I think, between what the plan is, and then based on weather and heat and all of that
and heat.
all of that. I think, just that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like I was saying, I think that tells you the direction that they're going to take the offense. And I think it's interesting. I mean, I've also been seeing a lot of stuff that was saying that there's been a lot of more creativity. Dorsey's really starting to show his creative side. And I think it's interesting that that's starting to come out when McDermott is fully invested in the defense. Well, or at least more invested in the defense,
Right? I mean, the coaches who take on one side of the ball basically get a top tier coordinator who can handle the other side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And just say, go crazy.
Yeah. So, and I mean, to me, that sounds like last year they just kept Dable's playbook.
Oh yeah, I definitely thought that. And now he had a full off season, full season to
there he is.
Hi guys.
Hey. What's up,
I
man?
missed you. Got both.
We missed you too.
Good. Sorry, I was a little bit late. I had a rookie draft for Dynasty.
We have we're in a dynasty this year.
Mm-hmm.
Starting up, brand new.
Oh, okay. So it's to be your first. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yes. I'm excited.
I picked third. Somebody went Kincaid with the second pick. So I ended up getting Gibbs for the third spot, which I was really, really happy about.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I had to pick 5, and I went with Addison over Flowers. I really like Flowers, but I don't know. I just feel
Addison has been really good as wide receiver too for the Vikings. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I think he's got the most immediate path to targets this year. You know what I mean? Compared to the other guys who, you know, are going to need other things.
Jefferson needs a running buddy.
Yeah, no Thielen there.
Osborne.
He's not there anymore.
I mean, Hawkinson scares me a little bit, just the amount of targets he's going to take, but I still think that Thielen was solid, so I think Addison will be pretty close.
But
no, I think those are good picks.
Yeah,
you did good.
Thank
I approve.
Thank you.
League approved. I mean, show approved.
I'm gonna text the group chat and said that my podcast buddies all said I did well. So
there you go. Means you're winning the league.
Jealous. Yeah, exactly.
We called it.
But we were just talking about training camp
and James Cook.
Yeah, so it sounds like James Cook is RB1 right now over Harris.
Wow.
Being the receiving threat. I guess he's been really good out of the backfield as a receiving threat. So
that's interesting.
I was just saying, that's interesting. Yeah, that's what I said. It kind of sounds like you can see where the offense is going, which is passing.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that Harris is going to probably be your goal line guy.
I don't know. Latavius Murray is fairly strong and big.
Yeah, Murray's decent from like a yard out for sure. Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't think like what I said to Noah like before he hopped on was like I don't think Cook will get more than I'll just level set. I don't think he'll get more than like 15 carries. Like he'll get obviously tons of more game time and that kind of thing, but I don't think he'll get more than like 15 carries in a regular game just because they're so pass heavy and they do have 2 other talented running backs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see Harris and Murray maybe combining for 10.
Okay. I just I'm sorry, my son is like freaking out over his watch, telling him that he's got 140 beats per minute. It just means that you're active. It's okay.
He's bopping out.
120 is bad.
Not. Sorry, he thinks he's having a heart attack. I'm sorry. It's not 120 beats. I don't know. Is that bad? I don't know. 120 beats a minute. I think that's fine. I think he's all right.
That's 2 every second.
Maybe I. We didn't even have that growing up, so you know what I'm saying we lived through it.
We survived. You can get through it.
Yeah. But anyways,
tell him to go
back
for
to tell him to run more. Back to the Murray thing. I don't know. I don't think Murray is that good of a running back anymore. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not very high on him.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just feel like you're a little bit higher on him than I am.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Yeah.
I think they plan on using him. I mean, or they would have brought in more backs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially when Hines went down.
Yeah.
Right. Especially without Hines. I mean, they didn't even really replace him. They replaced him with a guy they'll put on the practice squad every game.
Right. I was going to say 2 of them will dress. The third one probably won't even dress most games, right? Or
no, I think they'll dress all 3.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know.
It depends on how many receivers they keep as well.
Because I just think of last year, and I think of like, I mean, I guess you can consider Hines the third.
Yeah, by the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, also I think this year they already said, they wanted to get Hines. I mean, Hines was going to be a part of the offense.
Right.
So it was just that last year, like getting him at the deadline, they didn't really have a lot of opportunity to get him to learn the playbook. But they were like,
Right.
with a full off season under his belt.
I don't know why you say it like that when we just used that sentence about Dorsey. We literally used that cliche like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but we used it so we can make fun of them for using it because we did it too.
So does anybody have the story on that, on the Hines injury? So I know he was on, or no, he got hit by a Sea-Doo, right? But how does that happen? And what was injured specifically?
Oh, he tore his ACL, right?
Yeah.
But like, can somebody explain to me how it happened? Or was he on one?
They said, yeah, he was on one, but sitting. He was stationary.
And somebody drove into him.
And they drove into him. Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine like a getaway with all your buddies and you just paid for everybody to go on Sea-Doos.
Right.
Right.
And then
one of
your friend from
drunk.
5 years old, just ended your football season before it even started. Now, I'm sorry, I know this is probably not a huge topic and, not very interesting, but what happens with pay as far as him now? He doesn't get paid?
Get it all back.
But they have no, like,
the Bills
they have no obligation, right? Okay.
No.
Right. There's no obligation, I guess, but the Bills can cut him. It'll make him look cold, right? They can come to like an injury settlement, I guess, or they could just pay him because it was like $2 million or something. And a lot of people are just talking about maybe they should just pay him, but just to look like you care. But from a business standpoint, cut the guy. He's already said he'll get the players union involved if he gets cut. So I don't know. They'll figure it out.
All right.
I think they'll come to some agreement.
I just hadn't heard like anything as far as what that was what was gonna happen with that. So I just wanted to ask that. I figured you guys had a little more information.
Not a ton.
Yeah. Okay. I got you though. No, that helps. That's definitely more than I had. So at least I understand kind of what's going on a little bit better. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. He's in a contract dispute. There we go. That's
okay.
Right.
Makes sense, right? I mean,
right.
Being a contract dispute.
So he received $600,000 of his $1 million signing bonus. The Bills had proposed withholding the remaining $400K along with the $100K workout bonus.
But he would get his regular salary?
He would just keep the $600K.
And they would cut him? See, I don't think they want to cut him. He's under contract for like 2 more years after this.
The dispute comes over how much the Bills should still pay Hines and whether Hines owes the team any money. The Bills are open to paying Hines the practice squad minimum of $289K instead of the $500K he would have received with his full signing bonus and the workout bonus. Buffalo can keep that money or seek the $1.5 million sign-as bonus allotment from Hines' previous contract with the Colts, which could potentially lead to a formal grievance from Hines. The signing bonus addendum on Hines' contract does not prohibit jet skiing, per the report, and Hines reportedly was docked when the collision happened.
He was docked.
That's awful.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
So they want to recoup the bonus that he hasn't gotten yet.
Okay.
The part of the bonus he hasn't gotten yet. That seems like the biggest takeaway from that article, and then they'll work through the rest. And the workout bonus they want back too.
Yeah. Or just not give it to him.
Or not to give it to him because he's not going to hit it.
Right. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Business.
You don't give a workout bonus. You don't give a bonus to somebody who doesn't hit their marks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Yeah. Ooh.
We're not going to get Noah on a political
anyway
tonight.
Yeah. We'll be here too long.
We'll be here too long.
Speaking of that, the
Dude.
DeMar Hamlin clone is doing really well.
Oh
He
yeah,
is.
yeah, true.
He is.
I mean,
doing
to be
well.
able to find a clone and have him play at that high, it's just, oh my god! Like
in pads for the last 2 days, he had a pick 6 today.
Yeah, I mean, he made but he had to like spin around for it and dive, and just the athleticism that clone was able to show is just really, really impressive.
Like the NFL, yeah, exactly, dude. Like they just got.
Yeah.
I was really impressed.
Yeah, that's great.
The
though. I'm very glad for him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
But the interesting thing that I've been seeing is like when it comes to the position battles, it's like everyone is doing good, mostly. Like CB2, like I
There's
was
a
telling you guys
3-person
about this.
position battle, right?
But yeah, it's a 3-person position battle. But
which is stupid.
The quarterback coach was was on the interview today, and he was like, "If we have to go to a platoon, we'll be fine with that." Because the thing that they like is that it's like each one of them is good in a different skill set, and it's like what they lack, the other one makes up for.
Why don't they just find one guy who can do all 3?
Yeah.
They haven't found that yet.
It's like,
it
what did
like
we
well,
draft?
they spent a 1st-round pick on Elam.
Right.
He should be able to
That's
do
my
this
only issue with the whole thing.
It sounds like he can't put it together. That's what it sounds like.
Well, they
I'll
should
find the quote.
They should have done more homework then, because I'm sick of like his top round picks missing.
Yeah, so as it stands, Dane Jackson, Kyer Elam, and Christian Benford have all spent roughly equal time working with the first team defense.
Right.
Elam, who was drafted, obviously, like you said, in the 1st round, Butler praised him for his coverage at the line of scrimmage. All those plays that he's made so far in this camp, whether it be in one-on-one situations, which he's done a nice job of in our individual one-on-ones or in team, have been when he starts at the line of scrimmage, can contest the wideout, he can minimize the space, and he's done a nice job of that so far, Butler said. And then he called Jackson a versatile threat.
Oh.
Yikes.
You're right. Haven't we seen him play too much?
He said Dane can play with space a little bit more, can play off and bail, has a little bit more visual and ability to see the things that are going on.
He could definitely bail.
Look at the. Well, I think we know who's winning the.
Yeah, based on that.
I mean, he bailed. Oh no, that was. Oh, was it Wallace? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Levi.
Okay, because he bailed hard on Kelsey in that one game.
Yeah.
Then he goes 2 years ago. I believe you look at the analytics on Jackson was the number 1 or number 2 run game tackling corner in the NFL. So he's a tough kid that obviously we expect him to get back to that level. And then finally, he talked about Benford, and he said he has to learn quickly in addition to being the biggest physically of the trio. His ability to take what we're coaching and what we're walking through and immediately apply it to what he's doing on the field, then what the offense is doing, and very quickly process what's happening. I would say it's a very unique and strong trait of his.
I zoned out.
And then he goes, when we know, we'll know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all coach speak,
Yeah.
For each one of
it's
them.
Going to be a platoon. I bet you.
It's like, when are we going to just say, hey, we were wrong about Elam? Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's only his 2nd season, right?
I know.
So,
I know.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
You can't call him a bust yet, but
just did.
No, it did.
Bust.
Write that down, Mike. Mike is tracking our hot takes this year.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, great.
What was the one that I said?
Ask him.
Oh, Bailey Zappi plays more than 3 games.
No, you said Bailey Zappi will replace Mac Jones. Replace him.
Yes, he'll replace Mac Jones and play more.
Not due to injury.
Yes. Yeah. At some point, and it'll be more than 3 games, like it was last year.
It'll be more than 3 games. So Jones. Oh, Zappi will play more than 3. I got you.
Yeah.
So you're saying, okay, that's a very wide berth. That what you just said. Okay, so if there's 3 games left, that means that they're probably out of playoff contention, right? I mean,
that doesn't count.
Okay, that's what I'm asking you because that's a big caveat. You have to specify.
If they're
like,
out of playoff contention and he starts, that
All
doesn't
right.
count. I'm saying
Okay.
like it's going to be when it matters.
Yep. I like that. I like
Never
that.
happened.
We'll see. He's been having a good camp. Mac Jones is not.
Interesting.
Camp means anything.
It doesn't. But I wouldn't know. I didn't get to go.
No.
I know. His new job held me back from going.
Capitalism. What do we say about the players?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so cornerback 2 is gonna be platoon. We're not gonna platoon at the line, are we? Like we're gonna pick guys and say this is our offensive line.
It seems to be that way. Also, I mean, the defensive players keep talking about how aggressive McDermott is.
I'm talking
and
about
how aggressive.
offensive line.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about defense.
No, defensive line.
No,
we
they're
know they
not
rotate 50 guys off the roster and put them on defensive line.
No, I don't. I mean, based on
They keep half the
you don't
defensive roster as linemen.
Right.
You don't rotate right guard like that, like 50-50 if you're planning a platoon, I think.
They did last year.
I don't think that's gonna happen this year.
Torrance better win that job and just
Go through the line for me right now as his starters.
Dawkins,
McGovern.
yeah.
Okay, slow down.
Morris.
So Dawkins, he's not going to be switching in and out, right?
No.
Okay, keep going.
McGovern,
Is he going to be switching in and out?
no.
Okay.
No.
Mitch
Morris, no.
Right.
It's just gonna be that right guard spot. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
it's either Torrance or
Bates.
Bates.
Man, I don't remember any of these guys.
Well, Torrance is a rookie.
I don't remember McGovern.
Words, but
McGovern
I've
is
heard
a free agent
McGovern
sign.
is the one who's just run away with the left guard.
McGovern they signed to be a starter.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
Okay.
saying they also have David Edwards there, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think McGovern's the starter. Yeah,
Okay.
I think the only position is right guard.
Okay. And that's between who?
Well, right tackle.
That's
Well,
Bates
but
and
Osiris Torrance, who was their second round pick. Yeah.
okay.
He's like 6'4" with arms the size of like the Empire State Building, and like he's what, like 378 pounds or something.
6'5" through 347.
He's a big guy. It's like big arms, not long,
With-
but like big.
Long too. Like if you
Okay.
saw the guy, you would be like, "Holy cow!" That is
So
a big,
who's the other
long-armed man.
Who's the other big guy that we have? The lineman. What's his name?
The right tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is at 83 and 7/8.
Noah doesn't pay
wingspan.
attention anymore.
Brown. He's
Yes.
been
Spencer Brown.
yeah, he's been the
So
right
bigger
tackle.
arm, like bigger, about same length as him, or
Brown is taller though.
He's 6'8".
Yeah, Brown is 6'8". So
and he's only 6'4". Okay, so definitely that Brown definitely has a longer reach. So not that big, but I get what you're
what is Spencer Brown's reach?
82 and 5/8 inches.
So that's less.
That's less than Torrance, who is
Wow.
3 inches shorter than he is.
So he is a long guy.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that puts it in
Yeah, that was
perspective
his
for
thing.
me. Yeah,
Was he would just keep guys out here.
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
and just
Or
maul
like
them to
this.
death.
And just use one arm
Yeah.
to like keep them off or push them down.
And be ready for move on to the other guy. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the person I've been hearing who's also been having a really good camp is Ed Oliver.
That's good because he just signed to a big contract. So
Oh yeah.
They've apparently been letting him use his athleticism.
well, McDermott has been moving the line guys all around, right? Because I heard he moved Rousseau inside for some plays, and he was playing Rousseau and Floyd on the same side,
That's awesome.
and
Ooh.
they like dominated.
Yeah, couldn't stop him.
That side, yeah. like Rousseau stunted, Floyd went inside, and they were at the quarterback in like 2 seconds. Like,
Woo!
I also heard
There's nothing better. Like playing DN, I just remember there'd be certain guys that you play with, and you know, you enjoyed playing with them better because they had one thing that complemented you so well
right.
that like you just knew that you had a better shot at getting a play or a sack, whatever that is. And just because they were next to you, I'm telling you, like I remember that specifically. I remember guys coming in and out and kind of moving guys around, and you feel different about certain guys. So cool to see that on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also heard that Leonard Floyd has just been
Dominant.
Yeah. And like he's
I'm excited. I've been excited about him though. Like I don't know why I don't hear about him as much.
He's mean, apparently.
Yeah.
Like throw guys to the ground to get through them, kind of mean. Like doesn't really do the hand fighting. Like he's like, I'm gonna go through you.
Just gonna lay you
I'm
out.
gonna throw you to the ground. Like
Don't waste it now though.
Well, yeah, true. Don't blow your load too early. Yep. I gotcha. Makes sense. I mean, I've always liked his length, the way he can kind of bend around. He's always just been like a solid defensive end. You know what I mean? Like I've always liked watching him, but I just think he's been injured, and if he can stay healthy, man, that'll help us a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So do you want to talk about Josh Allen?
Yeah, I mean, he got hit in his lower leg. He was clearly frustrated. Took off his helmet. Talked briefly with the trainer, but then he did come back and finish their practice.
Oh, that's good.
Because he's Josh Allen, and he's stupid.
And it's spring training, right? It's like, why
Yeah.
are we risking this in spring training?
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently today, Torrance got a bunch of time with the starters.
Good.
And Dotson was the starter middle linebacker today.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Dotson. I was thinking about, okay. I'm good now. I was thinking about the guy they drafted from Tulane or wherever.
Dorian Williams. Yeah, no, they're not.
He's playing Milano's backup, right?
Yeah, he's going to be on special teams.
And Milano's backup.
Right.
Right.
Von Miller,
he's running.
full on sprinting.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's just insane. I bet he's ready for week 1.
No.
You don't think so?
No, he's old.
Yeah, I
Save
just
him.
don't know how much longer he's gonna be able to contribute anyways though. Like
Well, he's got a big contract in a lot of years.
Here's the thing. Here's what I think they should plan to do with Von Miller. And I think you can
Cut him?
actually no.
After this season, I mean.
They win the Super Bowl, sure.
That's
the way I feel.
All right. I like that.
Okay.
Sure.
Would you rather lose him, also lose Leonard Floyd? Well, I mean, you're going to lose a bunch of these guys next year.
Wasn't getting rid of Tremaine supposed to like stop that though? When you say you're losing a lot of guys, you're talking.
It plugged a
defense.
hole for this season. Really, because
That's always how I kind of looked at that. Was like
they
got
couldn't
rid of him
sign
to put it other
Tremaine.
places.
Yeah, but they couldn't even sign big name guys, even with Tremaine gone. I mean, Tremaine was like
right. We're talking about guys staying around.
Had to let go.
Yeah.
They also only have 8 linebackers.
Well, they only play 2, and Tehran is their third one.
Yeah. I don't know. Cutting him after this year, no matter what, just seems wild.
Wait, you think Miller's a linebacker?
He's a linebacker, DN, whatever. They have him listed as linebacker in here. That's why I'm just doing that. But
and what 3-4? right?
Yeah, he'd be a linebacker.
Isn't that what
at
that means?
3-4.
Like, it doesn't that mean he's like in a 3-4, he's a linebacker, but in a 4-2, he's a
Are they planning
DN
to run a 3? No
or
way.
4-3.
Yeah,
That's always how I looked at it.
In a 4-3,
I think of
he's
him
the
as an
DN.
edge, right?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
4-3, he's a DN, and then
Yeah, but they don't have a.
no, I get what you're saying. I'm saying I think that's what he came into the league as. Came in from a 3-4, right? And so that's when he and so he sticks with that for the rest. I don't. Yeah. Definitely ain't
Yeah.
covering nobody.
Right.
Early
You're
in
not
his
having him
career.
drop back. You're not doing
Yeah.
Rex Ryan's crap
Well, okay.
with him.
Let me finish my point about.
Go ahead.
You're paying a lot of money, whatever. But if you can get,
I'm listening.
how many snaps are there in like a?
Give me a sack total. Give me a sack total.
90?
I don't.
I think
know.
it's closer to like 70.
Oh, you're just talking
Oh.
snaps in general? Okay.
But
Well,
but
I'll
wait,
give you all your
on,
totals.
on one side.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, think about this. I think each team gets the ball like probably 7 times per game.
Okay. So if
40
you're
something.
starting at the 25 every single time, that's maybe like drives
I
average.
think 25 snaps every time.
No, if you're getting the ball at the 25. But you don't even think about it that way. I just think about like the average drive is generally between 7 to 10 plays. So
Right.
I would say, okay, so if you're able to get,
So it's 50 to 60 to 70. I think with a high octane offense, you can get to 70. Let's go with 60.
okay, because you don't, okay, here's the things that are about to play into what I'm going to say. First of all, you have no one to take Von Miller's spot. I'm not trusting, honestly, any of these guys, and Greg Rousseau is going to be on his own end. Unless one of these guys explodes this year, and Leonard Floyd doesn't count because he's old and is on a 1-year deal. But it's like
old.
He's 30 compared to the rest of these guys.
You can sign Leonard Floyd to a 4-year deal at the end of the season, and that would be absolutely fine.
How old is Robert Quinn?
Like 32.
Okay.
I mean,
how old is Vaughn? Like 45?
34.
So he's 34.
Okay, but if you're able
That
to
helps your
get
point.
Von Miller at 50 to 60%, but he still has the burst and the swim move, and you can get 25 snaps and can get 6-8 sacks out of him.
That's not enough for $20 million.
Okay, but on top of that, you're also, I mean, he's also going to be on a rotation. But if you're able to get 25 to 30 snaps out of him, and it's in crucial moments, and like maybe in the playoffs it goes up to 40, but like I'm saying during the regular season, if that's what you're able to get, why is that not good? And then in the playoffs he can be more dominant. But you're able to save him, you're able to get like a lower number of snaps, but he's still productive.
If he renegotiates his contract, I'd do it.
Yeah, restructures it.
Well, I mean, he did this year.
To bring it down, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he renegotiated this year, it was all guaranteed. So it all hit the cap.
Well, yeah, they turned it into a bonus. I mean, that's what they did for Josh and Diggs, too.
Right. But they can't keep doing that and pushing money down the road. At some point, they have to face the cap and say, here's what
Or
we're
they
going
have
to
to
do.
cut him, or they have to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
I mean,
like,
it depends on what he does this year. I mean, I think 10 or less, and yeah, you're gone. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, unless he like wreaks havoc, but I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen that from other guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like put that into him or spend that on 2 other guys. Possibility of one of those 2 guys.
Let's go back to Leonard Floyd. You sign him to a 3-year deal for half of what you're paying Von Miller.
Yeah. 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 And then the guy, you could bring in another guy. Same
Or
as
hope Rousseau breaks
Floyd.
out.
Yeah. Or I was just saying, like another guy from a different team that did what Floyd did that year
Right.
also. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and then you have 2 of them, and then it's like, now let's see which one of those 2 hit for the next.
Right.
And then I think your odds are better than saying 34-year-old Bond going another 2 after this year, right? Isn't that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Well, I mean, if they make the
Plus 2 phantom years or whatever they call those.
void years.
Void years. Yeah.
Wait, after that? After
Well, they're like player options. Well, team
so there's
options, really.
so he's been 2 here, right? Or 1? 1?
One.
1.
It's a 6-year deal in total with 4 years and 2 void years.
Got it.
4 years and 2 void years.
Got it.
And they're gonna void those years. So
Got it. All
I
right.
don't think we'll be in the league.
I hated the contract from the day he signed it.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
No, I'm not talking 2020. I hindsight. I'm talking. I hated the contract from the day he signed it. I really did.
Yeah, I mean,
It's great.
You're giving him a lot of money.
We got Von Miller. Whoa. And then he's hurt.
Which is what
here's
happens
what
at
I would say,
hindsight.
right?
34.
Right.
Yeah.
34 is old, 30 isn't.
Okay, but you're also acting like he wasn't still producing at.
He did. He was playing for the Rams the way that you're talking about. He was playing situational edge. They were using him to like get sacks.
3rd down.
Yeah. And he uses burst and all of that stuff. They were using him as a pass
he had
rusher.
8 sacks before he got hurt.
Okay.
Week
And
8,
yeah,
9. When did he get hurt?
this says he played 11 games.
Oh wow.
12, I guess.
Jeez.
Yeah, he didn't get hurt till like November, right?
I just remember it being like a few weeks when they said, "Oh, he's they're thinking he's coming back." Then
Because they didn't think he was going to need the
finally
surgery.
said that he had, so I don't know. I just felt like that was earlier for some reason. It took a long time to figure out like when.
Yeah.
I just remember that's different information coming out in the beginning that he wasn't. It wasn't a tear. I don't remember.
No, that's what it was. Like Noah said, they weren't sure if he was going to need surgery or not.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And that was like the big.
So it took so long.
I mean, if he can get you consistent sack numbers and be consistent for you and put up, and also
What's consistent sack numbers? If I'm paying a guy $20 million to play,
that's the only issue.
Okay, but also don't you want to have him there so defense has to pay attention to him? Because like, sure, maybe he's lost a step, but like also last year before he got hurt, he was pretty damn dominant. I mean, like, I don't know why you're sitting here and acting like he was awful. I mean, 8 sacks is nothing to sniff at in 11 games. I mean, teams keyed on him, and that allowed the rest of the line that wasn't good.
I understand. And I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not saying that he was bad. He was excellent for the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. I mean,
and he can still do that for you. I mean, okay, if he shows this year that he can't, then fine. But I mean, like, the fact that he's full on sprinting across the field.
That's a good sign. Let's go. Let's be positive.
Yeah,
yes, that's a good thing. I agree with you. Let's all together. Let's see what they do.
I'm not even saying I'm not. Yeah, that's all I said was I hated the contract.
You may be overpaying for him, but I mean, to me, he's still Von. Like he's just old. He's just old now. But you're gonna have to use him situationally. But I feel like I would rather prefer using Von Miller situationally, and you can still keep Leonard Floyd over somebody like Shane Ray, or even Epinesa.
Well, that's a stupid comparison.
I think Shane Ray's gonna pop off.
Okay, but that would be your next up options because you don't have money.
Well, when you get rid of Vaughn, you do, right?
Yes. You don't open up 20 million, but you open up a big chunk of space.
Yeah. No, but that's good.
Okay.
I like him. I
So
like seeing
Noah's
him
gonna
sprint.
zone out and look
So
at
if
Cap.
I like seeing him sprint. So that's a good sign. Let's keep it up.
Yep, sprinting is good.
Moving forward.
And all these topics too.
if they did it post June 1st next year, it's 17.5 that he would save. So there you go. So if he's
Wow.
crap this year, then they can say, then they can cut him
Good. Makes me
I'm
happy.
not even.
or trade.
I'm happy
You
about
could
that.
trade him, and you would still get the same amount, and you would probably get stuff back because it's Von Miller.
Yeah, if he's terrible, like if he doesn't do anything.
Or
But
if
yeah.
he gets hurt again.
Yes. Yeah. I'm with that. I think that was the only thing that I liked about the contract at the time was that you had that option, I think, with like, oh, you weren't losing as much. You know what I mean? After
Right.
the second year.
Right.
Yeah,
I
because his
concur.
dead cap this year is 32.5.
I wasn't saying to cut him this year.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just saying. Yeah, his dead cap for these. or I'm
Wow.
sorry, for next year. No, actually, they can't cut him really till 2025.
Oh, really?
No, they could work it out
If they traded him at the end,
to a team that would want to take on a 36-year-old Von Miller.
we have seen weirder. If they did it post June
32
1st.
million.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
We'd have to eat some of it, right? I think they do that stuff. They started doing that now.
Yeah.
Like the NBA stuff.
Yep. And hockey.
Yeah.
Speaking of hockey,
it exists. Really not.
are the Sabres gonna get a goalie, or are they gonna go with this trio?
I don't know. I mean, people seem to think that he's actively trying to get a goalie, but it's like, why? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's August 1st in the season, but the season's only like 2 months away. I don't know. Like,
That's what
when
I'm
are you
saying.
planning to do it? I have this feeling they're going to try to ride it out to like the trade deadline or like the month before, and they're going to be that team that like makes like some crazy trade like the week before the trade deadline or something. I mean, it's August 1st and they haven't done it. They also haven't gotten that top 4 defenseman that we keep hearing them wanting to get.
Well, they're not easy to get.
I know. I mean, well, yeah, I know they don't grow on trees, but like, I don't know. What are we waiting for? I mean, well, because
You're
like,
waiting for the right deal.
I know.
People are still asking for like your top guys.
Yeah.
What are you gonna trade for? Pesh, Brett Pesci. Are you gonna trade for him and sign on a 1-year deal and give up,
Yeah.
Savoy?
No. Well, yeah. I mean,
because that's gonna be the ask right now. Like from teams, they're gonna be like, give us one of your top guys.
Yeah. So they're probably just not gonna do anything then. I mean, I'm not giving up those guys. I'm not giving up.
Yeah, I think they
But
probably
then
go.
when do you get to the point where you're like, let's win instead of let's develop?
The trade deadline. You see where you are at the trade deadline.
But shouldn't you want to win? So at the trade deadline, you don't have to make that trade.
I think the mindset, and I think it's a prevalent mindset within the organization, is to just have these guys develop. And I think the reason why they want to go with the platoon is because it gives UPL and Levi the opportunity to get the experience. And I think what they're hoping is that for one of them one of them just takes off.
Okay, but
now I
Comrie
think we
has
know which
better-
one it's going to be.
Comrie has way better numbers than UPL.
Yeah, I don't like UPL. I've never really liked UPL. I mean, I don't like this idea, but I'm just saying, I think what they're hoping is that one of the three
becomes
of
a
them
starter, and then the
takes
other
it
one their
over.
solid backup.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not having Levi here and not making him the starter, unless they get unless they move UPL in a deal for a goalie.
Well, I mean, Levi could also start in Rochester.
They have already signed like 3 guys for Rochester, too.
Oh. I just saw something the other day where somebody said that, but
well, he could start in Rochester.
well, yeah,
I mean,
they could just be like, right.
But I mean, even if he starts in Rochester, you don't want to leave him there
No.
too long, because that just seems pointless to me. I don't know.
I mean, you probably give him like 20 games. I mean,
At most.
Right. And if he's like rocking like a 2, then you call him up. That goes against. But I don't know. I mean, I can see Levi starting in Rochester. I can see them going with the 3-man platoon and expecting the competition to just motivate them. And then maybe they're just going to be like, we'll just ride the hot hand and we'll just scratch one of them for the night.
Of course you scratch.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, be interesting. I mean, I don't, it's so late. I don't know.
It's not late.
Well, training camp's right around the corner, and you got.
When does training camp start?
I think it's in a couple of weeks.
I think they got some time still. And I think there are still teams who are going to make moves.
Oh. Not until like September. Okay.
So at least
next
a month.
Yeah.
At minimum a month. To me, Detroit looks better than we do.
It's just the goalie situation. I don't know. And I think
Boston's going to trade for somebody important. Like Scheifele or somebody like that.
Ugh.
To make up for Bergeron.
That would be awful. I'd hate that.
For us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
But I think they're going to do that. Something like that.
I hope not.
Me too.
But that would make sense for Boston to do that, to just stay in contention at least.
Right. While they still have.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right. We're the only missing pieces, Bergeron.
Well, Krejci left, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but he was like their fourth line, I think. So.
Yeah, but he still had talent and was a leading piece of the.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's also like the dead time too. Like, the draft just ended, not a lot happening. It's also arbitration period right now. So like teams don't want to do anything until their arbitration cases are heard out. Interesting one that happened today was Swayman wanted like $8 million or something.
What did he get?
Exactly what the Bruins wanted.
Like 3.25 or something.
Yep. Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out next year. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it's just the dead time. It's the arbitration, all that stuff. So probably vacations. I bet people too. It kind of seems like that time.
Yeah.
But
CJ, have you been to Dank yet?
Nope.
I have.
What is
You
it?
have?
Yeah.
It was the first dispensary opened in Buffalo.
Where was it? Where is it?
Well, it's still there.
It's on Main Street by
UB South.
no,
You
no,
mean
it's in the
north?
city of Buffalo. It's
UB South isn't the city.
When you brush your eyes.
by it's. Oh my God, do you know where Fatty's Bar is? That's like the only thing that place that's right over there.
There's
and all those
like
shops.
40 Fatty's bars.
There's right
now.
on the corner. I can't think of what the cross street is. It's where it's the main street where the metro goes down. The metro train. It's on that row. It's by the Golden Dome. Can't think of what the street
Well,
is.
that's Broadway.
So downtown. Okay. How
It's
was it?
downtown.
Yeah, it's downtown.
How was it?
It was it was stereotypical.
How was the product?
We got pre-rolls. The one was and the other one was pretty good. It was like Nanitoke. But we got like a
And what
different
were-
one. It was like Empire or something. And we were like, no.
Okay.
And then two more opened, right?
I don't know about that.
I know at least one, and I think 3 more are opening soon.
Yeah, this guy apparently for Dank wanted to be the first one who opened, and like it was a big thing for him.
What do you
And
look
then
like?
yeah,
Did you
the other
meet
ones
him
that
or
are
no?
opening, the one guy's like his competitor.
What, CJ?
Did you meet the guy or no?
Oh no, I just read an article
Oh, okay.
because I was trying to figure out what the name of the place was, and I
Dank.
couldn't figure it out. And then I thought I had the name of I thought I had the address. But I had the
501
wrong
Main Street.
address. Yeah.
It's by the Hyatt.
Huron. All I can think of was Genesee. Yeah, so there's Pearl.
Oh, it's
Huron.
between Huron and Mohawk.
Yeah.
On Main Street.
The dog's not
By
eating.
Mr. Chow's, Casa de Pizza, JJ's. It's right by the electric tower too. Yeah, it's like in that
Okay.
general area.
Oh yeah, kitty corner to the electric tower. How's
Okay.
that?
Yep. I don't know where that is now.
But yeah, no, I mean it was very stereotypical, like stuff in glass cases on display, like
That's
you
good.
know. Yeah, it
Good
was,
for them now. Hopefully they start to open up the applications and stuff so that other people can get it.
apparently, yeah, they've started to do that.
They have.
Yeah,
No, as far as I know, if you go on the .gov, there's no application for retail licensing. You can get like cultivation licensing, but you can't get a retail license. The only way you can get it through a card application, which is justice involved. You have to either have a misdemeanor offense for marijuana charges in the past, I want to say 10 years, or you have to have a family member that has had it. You can prove that like you were like they had it and that you were like, I don't know, I guess disenfranchised as a result. You know, like if your father got a charge and then because of that he really couldn't get a job or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like then you could, and then also you have to have a business that was in the green for 2 years prior to that. So those are 2 things. I don't have a business. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
I get why they're doing that, and they're trying to make it so like, hey, we put you guys in jail, like we're trying to give you the first option, but I don't really see how there's that many people that are available, like that have had
Right.
charges like that have a business in the green for 2 years. You know what I mean? So there's just nothing like when I say I can apply, like I want someone I want to be able to apply. It's just like there's nothing on that site where I can go and fill out and just say, hey, you know, hey, I want my license.
right.
You know, I obviously want to legitimize myself. I already have a good infrastructure and already, you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
there's no place for me to do that. Nobody for me to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean,
Well,
unless
yeah,
unless I'm missing something, Todd. Unless you've seen something that you've seen in application or anything else.
Well, the thing that I saw,
Just cannabis.newyork.gov.
Yeah, yeah.
and the thing that I saw that I read was, yeah, no, they had like applications open, only a few though, so it was kind of like a,
Yeah, so like I'm pretty
guess a first
sure,
come, first
yeah, I'm pretty sure you
serve.
have to be those that justice involved, or and that's the only way you're getting an application right now. Right now.
And I mean, they're also really slow at playing all of this too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
That part's terrible.
my one buddy's a heavy cultivator, and so my one buddy got licensed to be a cultivator, and so he had hemp at first, and then he moved it over to got his THC license also, and they promised him when he got it, he'd put all this money up and do all this stuff, that when he got it, they would have dispensaries open for him to legally distribute to. And obviously, yeah, that's the first one, and there's only one open right now, so they really
Right.
they've screwed a lot of those guys over, and they're kind of upset with the
Yeah,
state and
there's a
how they've
lot of
handled it.
people with a lot of backlog.
Yeah, yeah. And then
product
but
just
people that were
waiting.
promised stuff by the state, also that they're not delivering, and that sucks though.
Government.
Stupid government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
For sure.
Still rather live in New York than just about anywhere else.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
What do you got? You got any topics, CJ?
I got nothing.
Nothing you want to get off your chest.
Alexander Madison limped off the field. Oh, well, never mind. Seems like he's sorry. No,
Any baseball trades impress you today?
No.
Verlander to the Astros.
I like the
Well, there were a lot of big ones.
What did the Dodgers do? Did they get a guy?
No, well, they were going to trade for Rodriguez, if that's what you mean, and then
they didn't get him?
No,
he shot him down because he has a no trade.
He wants to stay close to his family on the East Coast.
Nice. Good choice.
The Rays got a lot of arms. Orioles got a lot of arms.
Yeah.
Reds sold off. St. Louis sold off. The Mets got Houston's #1 prospect for Verlander.
Yeah.
All right.
And their other pitcher that they traded, they got what's his face is Acuna's brother, the shortstop who's supposed to be better than he is. So they have I think they have some of the top 5
farm systems now.
Yeah. Just because of those two guys.
Good stuff.
They want to do it the right way instead of spending money.
The Mets?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, spending money didn't work. So.
And well, and you also signed Verlander and Max Scherzer
to $40 million contract.
Yeah. After their
career.
Well, yeah, but they're really good because they both had one Cy Young.
Verlander has 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I feel like Verlander won it the year before Scherzer did, and I feel like Scherzer just won it 2 years ago.
Verlander won last year.
Yeah. So I think, and then Scherzer won it before him, so it's flipped that way then. Because I knew they won it back to back, and then that's why they were well, they're both free agents. We'll sign them.
Oh, and the Angels did some stuff.
Yeah.
To try and keep Ohtani and Trout and make a run.
Well, now Ohtani is I don't know why everybody's saying I want to leave. He's I'm fine staying.
Just pay me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you have Trout and Ohtani, you're always a contender.
That's true.
You have the 2 best players in baseball.
Literally.
Yeah. I'm not being facetious or
Well, yeah, I mean, Ohtani pitched a complete game
and hit 3 home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know like how that's like how I don't know how that's possible. Like, how is your arm not tired? How are you able to go 9 innings and be able to hit home runs? But like, you have to still have this strength and the power
Right.
to be able to get it to go out of the park. But you're also pitching
Right.
80
What's
plus mile an hour pitches.
80? He's in the
Well, I mean, some of his
mid-90s.
pitches. Well, I mean, like I was just saying across the board.
Okay.
You know.
The most difficult thing about doing that is changing your form, like between hitting and pitching.
He just does it so effortlessly.
And that's why like the National League went to a DH,
right,
because pitchers couldn't do it.
Right.
And Ohtani being able to do it is pretty incredible, to be able to just go back into, oh, I'm just a hitter now. And then, oh, I'll go pitch now.
Yeah.
And be able to have like perfect form for both is pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like he could, I bet he could like never win a ring and he would probably be like a first ballot.
He's a first ballot
like,
Hall of
right now.
2 more seasons and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I mean, like the things he's able to do is just it's unheard of.
Yeah.
I mean, like what? Babe Ruth was maybe the last person to do that, like at this level.
At this level, yeah.
You know, where you're batting 240 and have a 1 ERA. Like,
well, Ohtani's hitting 300 something, right? He's over 300, and I mean, he has ridiculous numbers on both sides.
Yeah, oh, 305
with a ton of home runs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of home runs. I mean, he got asked to do the Derby and said no, which I think is good for him. Like, he should never do the Derby.
Yeah, he should. It'd be fun.
Maybe near the end of his career, or when he's like, I just want to be a hitter,
a designated hitter.
Yeah, like that's.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm done pitching.
I'm done pitching. You can use me as a closer and a designated hitter.
That sounds like the life.
Mm-hmm.
And he would probably also be getting paid boatloads of money because he'd probably still be hitting 30 home runs a year.
And he's Ohtani.
Yeah.
All right. On that note.
All right.
Take us home.
Okay. Well.
Oh, wait. Tony Bennett died.
Yeah.
That was sad.
So did Sinead O'Connor, Angus Cloud.
Since Cloud.
The last time we recorded.
Oh, you want to go through them all?
Let's go through everybody.
There was somebody else too.
Yeah.
I was thinking of. Oh, and if you're one of those people, out of all of the people watching, hundreds and thousands of people watching and listening, stop throwing stuff on concert stages.
Oh yeah.
This is a big thing.
No, I know.
It's a big deal.
There's the woman who threw her mom's ashes at Pink.
Well, and they just threw stuff at Cardi B, and they just threw stuff at Blink 182, and stuff got thrown at somebody jumped on the stage at another rapper's.
Yeah.
I don't remember who, but that stuff's got to end. It's too much of a trend now. Yeah, so if you're one of our viewers and are throwing stuff on stage, stop it.
It's also weird.
Well, it's gonna end up with concerts sucking because they're gonna have to put like a barrier of glass around the band or the singer.
And like playing a bubble.
Right.
Like SpongeBob.
Like when he saw Flaming Lips.
Yeah. That's true too.
And they played in bubbles.
Yeah. Right. But well, yeah, listen to him. Welcome back. We're back.
Rest in peace to all those people who died in the last 4 months.
Subtlety is what you're provided with here. But anyway, if you made it to the end, we appreciate you for watching. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll try to be a little bit more consistent now. You know, life stuff.
Weekends.
You know, yeah. But yeah. With that
Schedules.
said, yeah. Well, that's what I. Yeah.
Weekends.
Just stuff. You know. Yeah.
Weekends are our options now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I just meant like that's the life and stuff got in the way. Yeah. But yeah.
That's
Remember
all.
to stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.
Stay sunny, Buffalo.